A parental rights group by the name of American Parents Coalition has sent out a warning to folks that basically it shows the complete truth as to what the American Federation of Teachers and the National Education Association has been doing to undermine parental rights, undermine American values, and the education system. So, I mean, on top of the fact of that they go to stupid marches like No Kings, which, that I'm sorry, if you're a supporter of No Kings, you've got to screw loose because what y'all are supporting, y'all actually do the exact opposite, but whatever. So, they've sent out, it's called a parental notification system called the Lookout. And they've sent a warning, and it covers a lot of stuff. And I'm going to read an article to you that's going to talk about it for the simple fact of that trying to read everything that's on here, good gosh, there's a lot of information. But I'm going to put a link to to this lookout, this uh, warning system here, so that you will have a chance to look at it and tell what's going on. Now, I'm going to be reading. It's from a Fox News article. It's a pretty good one. But like I said, I'm going to post the link to the lookout. So, I just want to make sure y'all can look this up yourself and then start researching everything if you don't believe me. That's one of the things that I always find hilarious. When people accuse me of telling lies or spreading propaganda, everything I say can be researched. I sometimes put up the link. Sometimes I don't just because I give you all the information and you can listen and do your own research. But I cover federal, state, and local level government issues. So it's all there for you. And also, hit like and subscribe. It'll really help me out. Also, if you get a chance, if you're on YouTube, hey, I've got memberships. If you're not listening to me on that, I've got a link tree in the description of this video. It's got my Patreon. It could really help me. I've got some chances to grow and I could really use some help. So let's get into this story.
Howdy, y'all. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. What we have here is a channel to communicate. I want you folks to be thinking by the time you leave my videos. Why? Because I'm tired of people talking via what other people tell them to think. So, watch my video and enjoy the chance to think for yourself.
Okay, so Top Parents' Rights Organization is sending a lookout warning to parents, urging vigilance against two of the top teachers' unions in the United States, making the case that they are prioritizing radical agendas at the expense of educational outcomes. The warning, sent by the American Parents Coalition, targets the American Federation of Teachers and National Education Association, and in addition to concerns about student outcomes not being the priority, highlights a report that shows their unions have invested hundreds of millions of dollars in woke organizations. The APC warning hits the NEA and AFT by pushing a variety of far-left causes, including boycotts in support of DEI, legal and activist campaigns against Trump administration, denouncing a Supreme Court ruling that enabled parents to opt their children out of age-inappropriate and one-sided LGBTQ plus content, and climate activism. Teachers' unions were created to support educators and improve classroom instruction. Instead, they have transformed into radical political organizations that exploit their influence to push far-left ideology instead of prioritizing student academic success. APC Executive Director Ali Marie told Fox News Digital in a statement. Parents should be aware of the outsized influence these unions have on their child's school because these organizations may be pushing policies that undermine parental trust and do nothing to further a child's education. Every year, the teachers union funnel millions of dollars into campaigns and activist causes that most exclusively favor Democrats, while students continue to fall further and further behind on fundamental subjects. Families expect schools to teach reading, writing, and math, not political slogans. It's time for teachers unions to prioritize academic teaching, restore transparency, and refocus on the purpose of education to prepare children for success, not indoctrination. The warning also focused on the NEA 2025 handbook, which the APC claims exposed the organization's radical beliefs and attacks homeschooling. The handbook touted the use of preferred names and pronouns as the utmost importance while blaming white supremacy culture as the primary root cause of institutional racism, the APC warning states. Fox News Digital reached out to the NEA and AFT for comments. The warning also provided templates for parents to formally file complaints and call on local school boards to take action prioritizing student performance. Parents have the right to know what their children are taught, approve sensitive content, see who influences the classroom, and hold decision makers accountable, the report states. It's time to reclaim parental authority and to demand teachers' unions focus on academic success and not divisive ideologies. Fox News Digital reported earlier this year that NEA and AFT have poured tens of millions into far-left causes, including left-wing philanthropic behemoths like the Tides Network, New Venture Funds, 1630 Fund, and Future Forward. The unions have forked over significant amounts of cash for groups that focus on supporting left-wing candidates for public office, such as the Democrat Governors Association, Democrat House Majority, and Senate Majority PAC. So, that's a lot of what's covered in this. I'm going to let you read the warning, and maybe you can get some help on, or you can help out on that if this is your political stance. Okay. So this is what's happening with American education. And let me tell you something. It gets really irritating. People go, well, they're not taking, this money is coming from the teachers. It's not coming from taxpayers. It is. Who's paying the teachers? Think about that for a minute. Unions have a way of collecting taxpayer dollars without having it directly come from taxpayers. Oh, wait, they also have that happening because if you are of a certain category, the government actually pays this person's salary to work for the union so many hours a week. Yes, that's actually true. Look it up. There is also the simple fact of that there are quite a few teachers that are forced into working for the union because they're not working for the students anymore. Once you join the NEA or AFT or Chicago Teachers Union, you're no longer working for the students. You're working for the union. Whatever the union says, that's what you do. So you're not doing what's best for the student, you're doing what's best for the union. So they can make more money and they can get more power. Well, they're forced into these unions, and so there's more money coming in without people doing it. Now, you take a look at Chicago, which I was in shock that or if you take a look at Colorado, I'm sorry, I covered this the other day in a video. Colorado actually has far fewer teachers that are members of the union. They've got teachers that are saying no, and it's to a massive degree. 60-70% of the teachers, it looks like from what the numbers are looking like, are actually part of the union in the state of Colorado, and that's a blue state. So, hey, that's money that's not going into union coffers. This is how you break the union's hold. If they're not making money, guess what? It's helping the American student. So now you have a chance to help. I've got the link in the description. You can do that. Not to mention, like I said, I've got some opportunities coming up. Could use a little help in getting there. Hey, if you want to help me out, I've got a Patreon. I've got memberships. It all's good. So hit like, hit subscribe, and this has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye. So, folks, that's the story that I wanted to bring you on this video. And I just wanted to say thank you again for coming by. Hit like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff if you don't mind. Help me out. So, y'all have a good day now.